Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It's been a very weird day today, but things are only going to get weirder, I'm sure. Today we have a new villain. It is the Jester of Nihil from Library of Ruina, created by Zarami and Crow. He's some kind of weird puppet thing, and he's got some weird statues. We'll find out what that's all about later. He, of course, comes in a box. So not much is known about the Jester. It's only known how he's related to some failed heroes. But even that is a question to know after all. Did the Jester meet the failed heroes at their lowest, or did the heroes go to the Jester? In any case, the only thing known is that they're related in some way. The Jester wants to keep you in your lowest low, just like he did with the magical girls, trying to make you lose all you have on the way. But maybe if you try to reach the girls, they can help you. This is a very interesting fight. Fighting against the Jester of Nihil, we have first appearance Argent Adept, Lady of the Wood, Once Upon a Time, a new, yes, once again, variant for Bowman called Arrow's Inheritance. That's his version of Speedy there. And Rainbow Dash is back, and she's a Wonderbolt now. We'll be fighting in definitive Wagner Mars base. All Bowmans. It's Bowman all the way down. Alright, so at the start of the game, Jester of Nihil comes into play, want to be full side up. Failed Warriors are put into play with all the statue cards under it. So that's another rules card. It says put 2 cards under this card into play, statue side up. So we've got Petrified Hatred and Lapidified Wrath. Start of the villain turn, put a card under this card into play, statue side up. Statue and Magical Girl cards are indestructible. Magical Girl cards are considered hero cards and hero targets. Whenever a Magical Girl or statue is reduced to 0 or fewer HP, flip it, set it to 10 HP, and activate its end of turn effect. The Jester says whenever a statue card flips, each hero target regains a hit point, then flip this card. Whenever a hero would be dealt damage, they may redirect it to a Magical Girl in their play area. At the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. So he's actually fairly straightforward. This is the complicating factor. So we're going to add one more statue at the start of the villain turn. It is Ossified Despair. We'll see what that does in a minute. Here we go. Nyx, discard the top card of each non-villain deck. The Jester of Nihil regains X HP, where X is the number of different keywords the discarded cards had, times 2. And if he regains less than H times 2 HP this way, which he will, play the top card of the villain deck. So let's actually see how many we got. Ongoing Harmony, Limited, One-Shot, Arrow, Stunt, Dome. That's a lot of HP he would have recovered, but he's at full, so we play another card. Sword Without an Owner, Abnormality. When this card enters play, search the villain deck and trash for each copy of Sword Without an Owner and put them into play. When the Jester of Nihil would be dealt damage, redirect it to this card. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero with the highest HP 2 melee damage. So we get all the rest of those. There are 3 of them. Alright, end of turn. He plays another card. Worthless Greed. Each player may put any number of cards in their hand at the bottom of their deck. Jester of Nihil deals each hero target X psychic damage, where X is the number of cards in its player's hand. I'm going to move 1 per hero. Everybody take 3. Awesome. So now we do the end of turn effects on the statues. Move this card to the play area of the hero with the most cards in play. First time each turn a player that controls a hero in this play area would play a card, put it at the bottom of its deck instead. So it's not quite can't play cards. And of course, if you can play off the bottom of your deck, it's actually useful. Who can actually play extra cards? No one, really. Who's good without setup? Oh, actually Rainbow Dash. Okay, so Rainbow Dash is getting that one. Lapidified Wrath says, in a villain turn, move this card to the play area of the hero with the lowest HP. First time each turn, each target in this play area would deal damage to Nihil. Prevent it, and that is Argent Adept, which is just fine. And Ossified Despair goes to the play area of the hero with the highest HP, which is also Rainbow Dash. Whoops. First time she would use a power, prevent it. Well, okay, Rainbow Dash is kind of fucked now. Oh well. Those swords do some damage. They hit Rainbow Dash twice and Bowman. This is a very low HP team. I'm sure that won't be terrible. Here we go. So Argent Adept cannot deal damage to the Jester of Nihil. That's fine, Arcane Cadence. So we will get Rhapsody of Vigor out. His power is Improvise. Play the top card of your deck. If it's an ongoing card, activate as Perform text. It just so happens to be Inventive Preparation, which I put on top. So everybody look at the top card of your deck and replace or discard it. Draw a card. Lady of the Wood has no such compunctions. I'm going to go ahead and play Spring. So we will use Blessing of the Season to move this to another hero play area and treat it as if it was for that hero. And then they deal a damage of the type listed on that card. Bowman will go ahead and hit a sword for 1 toxic damage and heal 1. Draw a card. Speaking of Bowman, Boxing Glove Arrow. Let's just go ahead and take out that sword. His power is Youthful Pluck. Bowman deals a target 1 projectile damage. Until the end of your next turn, when he would deal damage, redirect it to that target. I'm going to throw this on one of the statues, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of Hatred first, if at all possible. Draw a card. Okay, Rainbow Dash would put plays on the bottom of her deck, and she would not be able to use a power, so she's going to skip and draw 2. Oof. Wagner Mars base. Plays the Space Science Lab. When a player would move a card from their trash to their hand or deck, they move 2 cards that way instead. Start of the environment turn, a player may discard a 1-shot. If they do, reveal cards on the top of their deck till an ongoing or equipment card is revealed, put it into play, and shuffle the other cards into their deck. Alright. Start of turn, we get the last statue. It is Fossilized Greed. Alright, Jester of Nihil plays Meaningless Despair. Each player may put any number of their cards in play at the bottom of their deck. Jester of Nihil deals the 4 hero targets with the highest HP, X psychic damage each, where X is the number of cards in their play area plus 1. So we only have so many things that we can do with this. I think we're just going to take the damage. So Bowman takes 2, Lady of the Wood takes 1, Argent Adept takes 3, and, 4, because the character cards count, and Rainbow Dash takes 4. End of turn, play top card of the villain deck, Lack of Will. Here's an ongoing. First time each turn, the Jester of Nihil deals damage to each hero. That hero's player must discard a card to destroy one of their non-character cards. Yeah, we're definitely getting rid of that. The swords go off. They hit Lady of the Wood and Bowman, and we rearrange the statues. So the lowest HP is still Argent Adept, that's fine. Most cards in play is also Argent Adept, that's less fine, but okay. And highest HP is still Rainbow Dash, at least she can play cards now. Oh right, and Fossilized Greed goes to the hero with the most cards in hand, which is Rainbow Dash. And she would draw a card and put it at the bottom of its deck instead. Okay, that's fine, we can deal with that. Alright, so you can't deal damage, you would play a card. Okay, so if I actually play a card, it goes to the bottom, and then I can use his power to play the top cards. It's not putting it into play. Scherzo of Frost and Flame. Let's do a couple of damage to that statue. Draw a card. Lady of the Wood will play Rain Petal Cloak. She gets to soak 1 damage each turn. We use the power on that and draw 2 cards. Bowman is going to play a Shrieker Arrow. He's going to hit that statue for 2 and destroy Lack of Will, because that's a really rough one. And then we'll go ahead and hit that statue again. Draw a card. Rainbow Dash, you get to do stuff. Alright, let's Buccaneer Blaze. Up to 2 targets, 2 fire damage each. We'll hit that statue and a sword. May play a card. Super Speed Strut. She deals a target 1 sonic damage, discard the top card of that target's deck. Let's hit this statue, discard the top card of the villain deck. Draw a card. It goes on the bottom of her deck. You may play a card. Let's do that again. We're going to flip this statue to Love. She goes back up to 10, everybody heal 1, and the Jester of Nihil flips. Pointless Endeavor. This is the first time each turn the Jester of Nihil reduces a hero or magical girl to 0 or fewer HP. It deals each other target 1 psychic damage, then flip this card. Whenever a hero would be dealt damage, they may redirect it to a magical girl in their play area. At the end of the villain turn, Jester of Nihil deals each hero target in each play area with a magical girl card in it, other than the magical girl, 3 psychic damage. Love says at the end of the villain turn, you may move this card to a hero play area with the least number of magical girl cards. The player that controls this hero play area may play an additional card during their play phase. Oh, that's great for Argent Adept. Fuck yeah. We discard the top card of that deck. I can actually draw a card, and then I can play a card. Let's play Chance of a Lifetime and get a random routine. Best Young Flyers contest. So these all go under the routine. Her power, since we didn't get to use it last round, is Formation Flight. Salvage a routine. Either play a card or one of your allies draws a card. Oh wait, except she can't use it, that's right. So she just draws a card. Okay, somebody can discard a one-shot to get an ongoing or equipment card. Let's see, that would be good for literally everybody. I'm going to start with Rainbow Dash. Discard Rainbow Dry. What do we get? We get the Cloud House. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but cool. Decompression Protocol. Crisis. All targets are immune to damage. Oh, that's cool. Start of their turn, a player may skip to their draw phase. If they do, destroy this card. Start of the environment turn, if there are at least 2 domes in play, destroy this card. And there's only 1, so that's it for that. So, we're not taking damage. I'm definitely going to forget this. Jester of Nihil plays Senseless Wrath. Deals the hero with the highest HP 2 infernal damage. Make that nothing. That hero deals the 2 hero targets with the highest HP other than itself 4 melee damage. Make that nothing. End of turn, we play a card. Meaningless Despair. This is the one that deals damage based on the number of cards in play, and it deals no damage. The swords deal no damage. This goes to the lowest HP, which is still Argent Adept. This goes to the highest HP, which is still Rainbow Dash. This goes to the most cards in hand, which is going to be Lady of the Wood, just to spread them out a little bit. So she is going to have trouble drawing cards. That's fine. Okay, and he gets to play an extra card. So, let's do Saraband of Destruction and Instrumental Conjuration. I know where Drake's Pipes are. They're on the bottom of the deck. Shuffle, draw a card. Power Drake's Pipes. Let's destroy the Decompression Protocol. We're no longer immune to damage. And everybody heal 1, including the Magical Girl if she had taken any damage. Draw a card. Let's go ahead and Meadow Rush. That card goes on the bottom of her deck. Let's grab a season. What season would be good for someone else? Honestly, Fall for Rainbow Dash. Yeah, let's do Fall. Shuffle, put it in my hand, I'll play that. And then we will use Blessings of the Season, give that to Rainbow Dash, and let her... all she can do is hit the swords. Okay, let's let Bowman do a damage instead. Hit a sword for 1, heal 1, actually draw a card. Bowman will play Quick Draw Quiver. we will use his power to, let's say, target the statue that prevents power uses. Draw a card. Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash. Let's deal a target 2 sonic damage. How about this sword? Reduce next damage dealt by that target by 2. Well, whatever. You may play a card. Let's play the Icaranian Sun Salutation and destroy Best Young Flyers contest. She deals 2 targets 2 sonic damage each. Will hit this statue and the other sword. And then 4 players draw a card. Lady of the Wood will just move a card to the bottom of her deck. Cool. Support, yo. Alright, I can't use her power, just to draw a card. Alright, who wants to discard a one-shot? Is it Bowman? It certainly is. He discards an arrow, draws a card, and then we go searching for stuff. It's another quick draw quiver, and it goes in the trash. Darn. Meteor Strike. When this card enters play, destroy a villain ongoing card, a hero ongoing card, an environment card other than this one, and a dome. Okay, so there's no villain ongoings. We will destroy Icaranian Sun Salutation. She deals a target X fire damage where X is 3 plus the number of cards on this card, so 4 damage will take out that last sword. We'll destroy the Super Science Lab. There's nothing else there. End of the environment turn. Destroy that card. Easy come, easy go. Jester of Nihil plays Senseless Wrath. Okay, he hits the highest for 2. That'll be Bowman. And he deals to 2 hero targets other than himself with the highest HP. 4 melee damage, except it all goes to the statue and it flips. You may move this card to a hero play area with the least number of magical girl cards. Player that controls this hero play area may use an additional power during the power phase. Who would like that? That might be really good for Lady of the Wood. It's actually not bad for Rainbow Dash. We'll go ahead and leave her there. That's Justice. Nice. So we don't heal because that's on the front side. Okay, so everybody with a magical girl take 3 psychic damage. I think we can do that no problem. It's each hero target, right? Yeah, okay. End of turn. This stays right where it is. And this goes the most cards in hand. That's Argent Adept. Okay, Argent Adept is having a little trouble. He can play 2 cards. We're going to do Musarani's Harp and Vernal Sonata. Who wants to put stuff on top of their deck? It's too bad that Science Dome is gone because I could do extra cards. Power. I'm actually going to use his base power. Instrumental Conjuration. Look at that. Punku's Drum would work. He puts a card on the bottom of his deck, and then he gets to draw a card. And there's too many cards in this play area now. Alright, we can maybe start dealing damage to the villain now, or something. Let's put out Winter. You know what? I'm going to use Blessings of the Season to also give that to Rainbow Dash, because she needs the card draw. We'll have her do a damage to Greed, so she draws a card, cold damage, and draw a card. Bowman. We're going to go ahead and play Electro Arrow. We'll hit a Fossilized Greed. It hits itself for 2. And then we'll use his power to redirect all of his damage. Actually, the Jester of Nihil. This could be bad, but we'll see. Alright, Rainbow Dash. She gets to use extra powers, which is good because that heals her. Well, let's just play all of her cards. Deal a target 2 sonic damage. How about the Jester of Nihil? Reduces next damage by 2. That will actually be useful. I may play a card. Aerial Relay. Draw a card. I may play a card. Barrel Roll. Reduces next damage dealt to her by 2. Draw a card. I may play a card. Buccaneer Blaze. She deals up to 2 targets 2 fire damage each. Will hit the Jester and Fossilized Greed. I may play a card, so there's Daring Rescue. I have no routines in play. We're going to fix that. I want to redirect damage dealt to Lady of the Wood. We can finally use her power. Let's salvage a routine. I've only got the 2, so we'll do Icaranian Sun Salutation. And then I'm going to, go ahead and play that. I really like that to be usable. Second power, Cloud House. She heals 3. Draw a card. Wagner Mars Base plays Red Dust Storm. This card is play destroy 3 equipment cards in a dome. Do I have any? Oh, I have instruments. I have instruments and I have the Rain Petal Cloak. Oof. Dang. End of the environment turn, destroy that card. Cool. Okay, Jester of Nihil plays Nihil. Ongoing. Reduce all damage dealt by 1. Damage dealt by the Jester of Nihil is irreducible. Well, that figures. Jerk. Good thing I have a way to get rid of ongoing cards. End of turn, he hits the 2 highest for 3. Irreducible. Or no, not the 2 highest, the ones with the magical girls. So that's Rainbow Dash and Argent Adept. And then let's see, most cards in hand is, that's the one we're gonna move around. We'll move that to Bowman. Argent Adept is still lowest, and the other 2 are magical girls. Okay, I can play 2 cards. I don't really want to. Vernal Sonata. None of the magical girls have taken damage yet, surprising. Let's do the thing. On Arcane Cadence, put the Rain Petal Cloak back on top, put a Boxing Glove Arrow on top. Now we can do speed shooting. And how about that Buccaneer Blaze again? That's a good card. And then I guess I'll play Alacritus Subdominant. Oh, you know what? I didn't have to destroy the Rain Petal Cloak because I also have Punku's Drum there. Power! Let's play Arcane Cadence off the top of his deck. So many instrumental conjurations. Okay, and we'll get back Drake's Pipes. A card off that. He can actually draw cards. Draw a card. Lady of the Wood. Let's go ahead and Meadow Rush. Might as well get Summer out. So all the seasons are in play. Oh, I should have drawn a card also. I don't want to move that, and she can't have any of them deal damage, so we'll just use the Rain Petal Cloak to draw a card and draw a card. Alright, let's play Speed Shooting. he gets to avoid draws. We use it to play the Shrieker arrow. He hits the Jester for actually nothing, because his damage is not irreducible right now. But then we destroy Nihil, so somebody can deal damage. And since that was a single arrow, we reveal the top card of his deck. Oh look, it's a Boxing Glove arrow. 4 damage to the Jester. Put a card on the bottom of his deck. And that wears off. So I have literally 1 card in hand. Let's go ahead and play that. Deal a target 1 sonic damage. Let's hit that statue. Discard the top card of the villain deck. Good. That was his healing card. Draw a card, play a card. Buccaneer Blaze. I wonder where that came from. Let's hit the statue and the Jester. I may play a card, but I don't have any. So these are just going under that routine. Power. I'm going to salvage Best Young Flyers contest. We will let Bowman draw a card. And power 2. She heals 3. Draw a card. Wagner Mars Base plays Security Station. Start of the environment turn, a player may discard a 1-shot. They do their hero deals target 3 energy damage. That sounds great. End of the environment turn, reveal the top card of the villain on environment decks. Put any revealed ongoing dome or crisis cards into play and discard the rest. So, that is a 1-shot. This is a crisis. During their turn, a player may skip their play phase to put a card from hand under this card. Start of the environment turn, if there are no cards under this card, Wagner Mars Base explodes, game over. Otherwise, destroy a card under this card. Arjunatip can handle that. Alright. Jester of Nihil plays Meaningless Despair. This is based on cards in play area. Is there anything I want to get rid of? Not really. Time for the magical girls to take a beating. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to Lady of the Wood. Redirect it to a target other than its source. How about this statue? It flips to Happiness. Player that controls this hero play area may draw an additional card during their draw phase. Destroy it and put it under routine and play. Cool that I could do that. Bowman will take 6. We'll redirect that to the magical girl. Rainbow Dash will take 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, do we want to flip him back over? I think we're gonna. Yeah, okay, we're gonna flip the magical girl. I was planning not to, but it turns out she has a lot of cards in play for some reason. Goes to the play area of the hero with the highest HP, so she stays right the heck there. And Arjunatip takes 10. Oh, we're also going to flip that one. Shoot. Oh, right. The Jester of Nihil does something. Each other target 1 psychic damage, then flip this card. Lady of the Wood heals 1. I'd have to move 2 cards to avoid that. Nah, we're just going to flip her again. And that statue goes to the most cards in play, which is right where it is. No, that actually goes to Rainbow Dash. Oh dear. She's back to not being able to do anything. Yep. Back to not being able to do anything. Shoot. End of the villain turn, he plays another card. Stringed Fate, ongoing. First time each turn, each player would play more than 1 card, use more than 1 power, or draw more than 1 card. The environment deals a hero they control 1 irreducible psychic damage. So, good thing a lot of our magical girls have left the building. Alright, so he just still can't deal damage. Let's do Arcane Cadence again. Boy, none of these are useful. And those were all put places so they don't trigger Stringed Fate. Power, Drake's Pipes let us destroy the self-destruct sequence. And everybody heal 1, including Happiness. Draw a card. You know, it's time for the Crown of the Four Winds, I think. Yeah, so let's see. She's going to deal a target 1 toxic damage, a second target 1 fire damage, make that 3 to the Jester, and 1 lightning damage to that statue, and 1 cold damage to that statue. Draw a card. Alright, Bowman can draw extra cards. Shrieker Arrow, let's go ahead and hit the Jester for 2 and destroy Stringed Fate. So now he can draw cards in peace. Power, we will go ahead and ping him for 1, redirect all damage dealt to him, and draw 2 cards. Okay, Rainbow Dash cannot play card. I'm going to play this, put on the bottom of her deck. Of course, I can't use power either, that's right. So she skips and draws 2. Alright, so somebody can discard a 1-shot to do 3 energy damage. Good way to work on the statues, I think. Yeah, Lady of the Wood will do that. Hit that one for 3. Power and Engineering, Dome. Once a card is destroyed, also destroy another dome. Start of the environment turn, a player may discard a card. If they do, put a dome from the environment trash into play. I might just do that. Alright, the Jester plays Senseless Wrath. Hits the highest for 2. Oh darn, that's actually Lady of the Wood. She hits the 2 highest for 4 each. That's Rainbow Dash and Bowman. That time it actually worked. End of turn, he plays another card, Pointless Hate. Increase damage dealt to hero targets by 1 till the end of the next villain turn. Oof. Each non-magical girl hero target deals itself 1 infernal damage. Well, thankfully, Bowman hits the Jester for that. Alright, he still cannot deal damage to the Jester, which is fine by me. Let's conjurate an instrument, I guess. Bring back Akpunku's drum. What can I do with Akpunku's drum? Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use the drum. We'll let somebody play a card. I would like it to be Rainbow Dash. It's not going to be Rainbow Dash. We'll put out Enchanted Clearing for Lady of the Wood. And then he'll hit the statue for 1 and 1, because he can deal damage to it. Draw another card. Let's do Fire in the Clouds and just hit the Jester for 5 fire damage. That's always good. Power, Crown of the Four Winds. Hit that statue for 1 toxic damage. Yeah, so 1 toxic damage to that statue. 3 fire damage to that statue. It flips. Everybody heal 1, including Happiness. And the Jester flips. And then 1 cold damage to that one, and 1 lightning damage to the Jester. In the other order, draw a card. Phew. Bowman is still drawing extra cards. Practice makes perfect. Let's draw 3 cards. Discard a card. It's an arrow. I can draw a card. To play Peerless Shot, Power will go ahead and do Speed Shooting to play Boxing Glove Arrow. Hit the Jester for 4. Reveal the top card of his deck. Oh, look, it's an Explosive Arrow. He, well, just hits the Jester for 3, which he would have done anyways. Draw 2 cards, and that wears off. Still cool. Alright, Rainbow Dash can at least use powers, so I'm going to play this card, put it on the bottom of her deck. Power, do I have anything to salvage? The answer is no. I'm going to play Best Young Flyers Contest and destroy Ukrainian Sun Salutation. She deals a target 6 fire damage. Let's go ahead and hit this statue. Draw a card. Oh, and she can use an extra power, so she heals 3. Alright, does anyone want to discard a card and do 3 energy damage? How about Bowman? Discard an arrow, draw a card, 3 energy damage to, oh, that statue, just to help the Rainbow Dash out a little bit. Play an additional card during their play phase. Honestly, I would like that on Bowman. Or no, I can't move that to Bowman. So let's put that on Lady of the Wood. Somebody can discard a card to put a dome from the trash into play. Discard an arrow, draw a card, and we want that Super Science Lab back. And then it plays the Medical Bay. Increase all HP recovery by 1. Start the environment turn. A player may discard an ongoing card. If they do, a hero target regains 3 HP. That's pretty good. I'll keep the magical girls alive. Alright, Jester of Nihil plays his last card. It's Pointless Hate. Again, each non-magical girl hero target deals itself 1 infernal damage. Make that 2, and everybody just hits themselves this time. This is not irreducible, so Lady of the Wood hits herself for 2, reduced to 1, and heals 2 instead. End of turn. Everybody except Argent Adept take 3. Yeah, okay, no, well, I'll take it. Lady of the Wood takes 3. As Zarami pointed out in the chat, all the magical girls have nemesis symbols, which make them nemesis of the Jester, which means he deals extra damage to them. So we don't want that right now. Oh, hey, finally, Argent Adept plays Inspiring Super Tonic. I've been looking for that. Right, and this is not an ongoing effect, it's something else. Power Akpunku's Drum. We will let Bowman play Scavenge the Field out of turn, so he doesn't have to skip his turn. Oh my god, look at all these arrows. And then he will heal everybody, including happiness. Oh, and those are all increased by 1. Right. Draw a card. Alright, Lady of the Wood can play an extra card during a play phase. Fire in the Clouds, hit the Jester for 5. I think I'll play the Thunder Grey Shawl. Not going to do Crown of the Four Winds. Actually, no, I can totally do Crown of the Four Winds. 1 toxic damage to herself, increased to 2, reduced to 1. She prevents it and heals back to full, not quite full. 3 fire damage to the Jester, 1 lightning damage to that statue, and whoops, I actually miscalculated. So 1 cold damage to Justice. Sorry. Draw a card. Bowman is going to play all the frickin' cards. Oh my god. Let's see. I wish I could use a power first. I don't need the Shrieker arrows. Alright. Explosive Arrow. Hit the Jester for 3. Power. Speed Shooting. Acid Arrow. Hit him for 1 and 1. Damage dealt to him is irreducible. Electro Arrow. Hit him for 1. He hits himself for 2. Bullet Arrow. Hit him for 4. Draw 2 cards. Because you know he definitely needs more cards after that. Oh, also he dealt toxic damage, didn't he? He dealt toxic damage. That means he heals 1. 2. How cool. Okay, Rainbow Dash. You can use an extra power. Let's do Chance of a Lifetime. Go ahead and discover a routine. Oh, it's the Sonic Rain Boom. Oh, shit. This destroys Best Young Flyers competition. She'll hit the Jester for 2 and that statue for 2. We're going to start building up to a Sonic Rain Boom, I think. Power 1. Let's salvage that. And I only have routines, so I'm not playing any cards. We'll let Lady draw a card. Power 2. She heals 3. Draw a card. Okay, who wants to deal 3 damage? Is it the Bowman? I think it is. Discard an arrow, draw a card, hit the Jester for 3. Do we need any more domes? We might not. Biosphere would heal everybody. Yeah, okay, that's worth it. Let's discard an arrow, draw a card, and put the Biosphere into play. When it enters play, each hero target regains 2 hit points. Somebody can discard a 1-shot to get an equipment or ongoing card. Yeah, let's have Bowman do that. Discard an arrow, and a quick draw quiver, and it goes in the trash. That's what happened last time. Jeez. Player may discard an ongoing card. If they do, a hero target regains 3, make that 4 HP. Argent Adept will discard and heal himself. Although that makes Bowman the lowest. Well, we'll see. And a player may discard an equipment card to play a card. Lady of the Wood will discard Crown of the Four Winds to play Frost on the Petals. 3 toxic damage to the Jester of Nihil. So close. So very close. Oxygen Leak. When this card enters play, deal to 3 targets with the highest HP, 3 toxic damage each, then destroy a dome. End of the environment turn, destroy this card. Okay, that is Lady of the Wood, who takes 2. Rainbow Dash, who soaks it. Yeah, she prevents it, and that's not going to destroy the Cloud House. And Argent Adept, who just has to suck it up. Oh yeah, it's 4 damage because we're still taking 1 extra. Which one do we want to destroy? I'm going to get rid of the medical bay just because it can turn against us. With the Jester down at 1 HP, I do not want him healing any more than necessary. Alright, Jester of Nihil gets to shovel his trash into his deck. Plays Lack of Will. The first time each turn the Jester of Nihil deals damage to each hero. The hero's player must discard a card or destroy one of their non-character cards. At this point, I don't think we care. So he's hitting everyone but Argent Adept again for 3. Rainbow Dash will discard a card. Bowman will discard an arrow and draw a card. Lady of the Wood takes 2, and destroy the Thundergrave Shell. I don't care about that. Okay, Argent Adept is going to play Polyphoric Flare and hit himself for 2, and use Drake's Pipes to take out this statue. It is Courage. Increase damage dealt by targets in the hero play area to the Jester of Nihil by 1. Yeah, he doesn't need that. That's really not helpful. For his other power, let's do Punku's Drum. Who wants to play a card? How about Bowman, maybe? Oh yeah, like literally anybody. Shrieker Arrow, we win. I think we saw the entire villain deck. Oh, except for Void. This is another ongoing. The first time each turn the Jester of Nihil is dealt damage by each hero target. A hero target in the same play area as the target that dealt the damage deals itself 1 irreducible psychic damage. So hitting him, you hurt yourself. Yeah, and I think we saw every other card. Wow. So yeah, that's it for this one. You can find the Jester of Nihil on Project Moon Sentinels. You can find Lady of the Wood Once Upon a Time on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. And you can find Bowman Arrow's Inheritance and Rainbow Dash on Walker's Workbench. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone who came to chat. It's been a weird day, but I'm very appreciative of you for sticking it out with me. Tabletop Simulator, the review of called GLC, Project Moon Sentinels, Sentinels Community Custom Classics, and Walker's Workbench. Not like Screen Games Process. Please support the official release and flip. Yeah, I actually forgot to put up a change note for some reason, and I put it up this morning. If you're playing guys with Johnny Rocket's variant, and you use I Can Do That Too, you cannot physically put cards back into his deck and still know which ones they are supposed to be face-up. So I made a face-up guys deck, so you can do that now. It's down at the bottom of my mod with the promos in a different bag. So yeah, if you want to use guys, go to my mod, and you can grab that deck for yourself. Look at his hand, it's symmetrical. It's mirrored.